Y'all, so here's the thing. My husband works 2 jobs, and he works 64 hours a week, has like 1 day off. And within that 1 day, I want him to go outside with us, like me, Sophie, and him. And I want us to have a family day. But he wants to stay home and spend time with us. But I don't want that. I want us to be outside. And I'm upset with him because we don't go outside and do activities as a family. Am I being reasonable or am I being a bad wife?
You're being a bad wife.
Yo, so here's the thing.
You're being a bad wife.
My husband works 2 jobs.
Right.
And he works 64 hours a week.
64 hours a week and works 2 jobs. And he has 1 day off. And the day that he has off, you have found some way to not appreciate what he's doing for the family, how hard he's working for the family. And you want to start some bullshit based on that? It doesn't make any sense. He works and has 1 day off. He should be allowed to do whatever he wants on that 1 day. And this is why you can't, you see, it's crazy, man, because you have modern women today who demand for the type of man who is a provider. I assure you she probably does not work or works little. She doesn't work as much as he does. I can guarantee you that. But they want that type of man. A man's supposed to do this, a man's supposed to do that. But then you complain with the trade-offs of what you get for that type of man. I'm tired of seeing so many men who are out here busting their butt. I mean, just working, all to not get appreciated in their own homes. This is a big reason why so many men, when they finally step out of that type of a marriage, because you can only be unappreciated for so long before you start checking out. When he starts checking out, now you think, oh yeah, now I'm going to divorce because I'm being abused. And a man who's not willing to argue with me on his day off is abuse. And then you divorce. And then these men, when they hear these type of dynamics and situations, they think to themselves, never again. And I'm talking about the ones that choose not to enter a marriage again. The reality is 86% of people, and that's a large number, get remarried a second time. But the ones that choose not to, after a BS experience, I mean, they're set in stone, especially when they're with a woman who does not understand and who takes that man for granted. I feel terrible for this gentleman, right? Could you imagine you're working that much, you get off, instead of appreciation, instead of being catered to, instead of her serving you, she gets online and probably talks shit about you to her audience. Let's read a few of these comments, see what the people have to say. Top commenter says he needs to leave you like yesterday. Okay, pleasantly surprised here. We see women who are actually supporting the stance. Somebody responded back, he's definitely leaving. Here's somebody else who says the fact he's working so hard for them and not an ounce of sympathy or understanding. She asked opinions, she got them. Not only that, but posted about marriage issues online is wild. Yes, posting about marriage issues online is crazy. Somebody else who says unreasonable, maybe pick up a part-time job yourself so he can work less and be able to do more family activities. Somebody else who says, if I worked 64 hours a week, don't even talk to me on my day off. You know, there's like another video too I saw of this woman complaining that her man on vacation didn't want to do family activities. That's another big one. Vacation with your family and not wanting to do family activities. When men go on vacation, and this is me, that's definitely me. I don't want to do anything. I don't want a damn itinerary. I don't want spots that we have to go to. I don't want this thing. I just want to be at peace and be still. For a man like that, I know that on that day off, he wants to know what it feels like once in a while to not do anything. It's not a vacation when you're planning something on that day, right? And that's what she's doing. It's kind of like the vacation thing. Is he doesn't view it as like, oh, we're spending time together. This is so relaxing. No. He views it like a second job. If you want your husband to enjoy it, you need to say, hey, don't mess with dad on this event, or don't even talk to him. He doesn't even have to be involved. That's too far even. But if he must come, he should just be a a body that's relaxing, grab him a beer. I mean, I don't drink much anymore, but maybe he does, right? So he can relax. And when I say much, I mean not like I haven't had alcohol 3+ years. But yeah, if you understand, you know. A few more comments here. Somebody else who says, have you ever worked that many hours? This woman here says 64 hours is insane. Let that man take a break. You're actually pissing me off for real. Views are low, huh? Somebody says very obvious rage bait. He's going to find a stepmom for Sophia. Yeah, you know, let's see if there was a follow-up.
You might think I'm a bad wife, but you know what matters is that my husband doesn't think I'm a bad wife. He actually always tells me I'm such a good wife, and he's never had a complaint because I am good. I'm good at what I do. Just because I posted that video does not mean I have a bad husband or I'm not a good wife.
No.
You might think I'm a bad
when it happens.
so you might think I'm a bad wife.
We'll be here when it happens.
What matters is that my husband doesn't think I'm a bad wife.
Right. Like your husband's going to tell you the truth. Top comedy says, no one said you are a bad wife, just selfish. Man, I love it when I see the chicks serve coffee here. Somebody else says, you asked. Yeah, you got online and you asked for people's opinions, right? And so you're mad about it. This chick says, maybe he tell you that because he doesn't want to argue with you in his free time. I get it. Oh, that's such a real point. That's such a real point. She responds back and says, oh no, why didn't I think of that? Yeah, the last thing a man wants is to hear is to have like a deep, long conversation about like struggles in the relationship. It's just, especially on his day off, come on. This comment says you seem insufferable. Yeah, I'm stressed out just listening to it. Of course, guys, I'm curious to know, what do you think of everything that was spoken about in this episode? Leave your comments down below. I appreciate you also checking out yet another episode of The Coffee Pod. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.